Yo. Hello, hello. Friday Scary Stories is back. Let me make sure this is up and going. We are back. Friday Scary Stories is back. It's been like 3 months. Look, we are back. I have to. If I'm streaming every day, I'm doing Friday Scary Stories. What you talking about? Got some Chipotle over here. Got some guac right here. About to eat while watching. It's the only way. It's the only way. No. Scary. I almost searched up Friday Scary Stories, bro. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I want to do that.
Carl's Jr.'s new snack stash was
I was about that looks too scary.
Mix and match.
Hold up. Before this starts, I don't want nothing too scary, okay? We gotta keep it at a minimum base level. But look. Story number 1.
I told my friends what I'm about to tell you, and they urged me to share it
This
here.
never goes well.
It happened back in December, about a week before Christmas. I'm a 32-year-old guy, currently using my
Give me
GI Bill to go
yesterday's
to college
chips, bro.
in a city in one of the mountain time zone states. I'm so busy with school and work, so I don't have time to go out and socialize often. So I have to rely on a lot of the apps to go on dates. I matched with this really cute girl around my age, and we had a good conversation, and then we scheduled a date. It was at a bar restaurant, not far for either of us to drive, so it was easy. She was very pretty in person, and we got along great.
Yo, Logan, what's good, bruh? Logan, what's up, bruh? How
In
you
our
been, Logan?
conversation, I found out that she worked in a non-cop role at the police station, like a receptionist essentially. I also learned she had a roommate, whom she said was out of town for the holidays. She added that she hated being alone because she had a crazy ex-boyfriend who stalked her. I was a little uneasy at that, and I told her as much. And she said he's harmless, so I kinda let it go.
Nope. Her boyfriend's
We
gonna
had a
kill
few
him.
more drinks, and so we were there for about another hour. And at her suggestion, we said that we should go back to her place. We went to her house, and she walked up and just opened the door. She didn't unlock it. It was already open, which I found
GG's.
very odd because she said she had a stalker, that her roommate was gone. She started feeding her cat, and as she was doing that, I saw a bowl of cereal on the kitchen counter. I touched it, and it was still cold, like it hadn't been there for a while. The cereal wasn't soggy either. I asked her whose it was, and she hesitated and said she ate it as a snack before heading to the bar. But it just didn't make sense.
GG's.
Before I could say anything, she just kissed me and put her arms around me seductively.
Oh my gosh. That's what did I tell you guys? Women are the problem. Women can take control of you. And I know because my friend gets to know women. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is how I know.
Said for me to take her to her room. We started fooling around, and I went to close the curtains, and she told me to leave them
Give me some
open.
type of Dorito chip.
A few minutes later, maybe 5, we were in bed, and my back was to the window, and she let out a huge gasp. A scared gasp. Her eyes were out the window. I turned around and saw someone in a hoodie, and they took
Oh.
off. I heard the steps running on her back deck. I immediately jumped up and ran out to make sure her doors were locked. And of course, the front door wasn't. I ran to it and locked it, and right when I did, the door started banging. I went to open it because I was gonna fuck the dude up, or at least try to, and she told me to just go back to bed with her. I screamed at her.
Who
and
is
asked
this
if she was
woman, the
insane.
devil?
She told me he does this and goes away. And I asked her, "You know this is your ex?" And she said yeah, and to not worry about it. At this point, he started banging on the side of the house on the other end,
Oh,
and
no.
she didn't seem at all scared. She kept trying to get me to go back to her bed. I didn't want to call the cops because for all I know, this dude was a cop, or she'd know the cops that showed up who would take her side. I also couldn't just leave because my car was at the bar, and I was terrified. At this point, I started calling her out for the door not being locked, the cereal, and I openly called her a liar. She couldn't come up with any logical answers, and I had no idea what I was into. I shouldn't have done this, but my fight or flight was pretty much kicked in, and I told her, if this is a robbery or some kind of setup, I promise I'll kill you both. I'm not a hard ass or anything, but my fear told me to let her know that no matter what it was, they'd have a fight on their hands. My thoughts of what were going to happen to me were all over the place. I ordered an Uber off my phone and didn't tell her. I just kept arguing with her and asking her what was going on, hoping to just keep her talking and in the room. I stayed right next to the door so I could leave ASAP. Luckily, I never got my pants off, and my jacket and shoes were right by the door.
Pants
So
off.
I was able to get dressed. The Uber showed up, and without saying anything, I just opened the door and ran out there as fast as I could. I looked back at the door, and she was just standing there. It's only been a little over a month, but I honestly have no idea what the fuck I got into. I don't believe the story of just a girl with a crazy ex based off of the factors I told you. It feels like either a robbery or some weird fetishized cuck thing. I don't know. Definitely something I'm very mad at myself for. I mean, I'm a 9-year Navy vet, and allowed myself to get into a situation like that.
9-year
I reported her account on the Uber ride back to the bar. And I told the bartender as well about what happened, just in case they saw her in there ever again. If I remember correctly, this happened in January or February 2024.
Is this the same?
I was visiting family in southern France,
Oh,
and I didn't
look.
want
I don't know if I really like that. No climax. No. The climax was the dude knocking on the door. It wasn't that best, but we're gonna try the second one, okay?
to stay at this.
It was alright.
even if
6
it
out of
helped
10.
for personal reasons that I won't share here. Note that I visit them quite often and usually last minute, so I would never book the same place. And I would sometimes book a hotel room, which was more expensive but better for me, as I don't necessarily want to socialize with the host. Even when I would book Airbnbs, I would always search for flats or studio flats, and not a room in the flat/house where other people live, as I want to be on my
I'm
own.
full.
So this is an important criterion for me. So I booked this Airbnb within walking distance to where my family members stay, and it looks very nice on paper. I think it was marketed as a house or ground floor flat, with access to a yard and a garden. It was probably one of those cheaper options. I don't remember for sure, but I wasn't going there for leisure or planning to have a very nice place for myself, to have enjoyable holidays, if that makes sense, so I really wanted something for convenience and wouldn't pay extra for any kind of luxury. There were not a lot of reviews, but the few ones were pretty positive. So I go to that place with my suitcase, waiting in front of the house. I contact the landlord, who should give me the keys, but he's late. I spent at least 1 hour waiting outside, and I'm trying to be
What are these
patient,
stories, bro?
realizing at least the neighborhood is pretty nice and seems safe. Even if I need to walk through areas that are slightly dodgy to get there,
Nope.
where my relatives stay.
First mistake.
The landlord finally arrives. He seems
Oh,
like a
this
fairly
guy's a-
good man and
this guy's a
apologizes
pedo.
profusely, saying he was in another town visiting his cousin or friends, and
Yeah,
time flew by.
right.
First red flag. He says they were drinking and didn't have time to sober up, so he had to speed on the highway on his motorbike while being tipsy or drunk. He stops and asks me half-jokingly, not
Half
to say that in my review.
strokingly, excuse me?
I get a bit serious and tell him he shouldn't be drinking and driving, but he says he really didn't want to make me wait further. I tell him I won't flag that in my review. Spoiler alert, I will, but I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot. This guy is nice otherwise and seems trustworthy, very chatty and open to socializing, and frankly, I was just happy I could finally get in and drop my stuff. The second red flag is when he tells me I will be living in a small flat adjacent to the bigger house he lives in, but I shouldn't worry because I would have my own place, own bathroom, own kitchen, etc. I didn't like that too much, but I actually think it might be good because I am not super comfortable being on my own in a ground floor accommodation, knowing anyone can get into the yard and access the front door. I guess you could say I'm paranoid. So knowing that someone I quote-unquote know is close by in case something happens
Why
gives
are
me a
they
sense of
walking like
safety.
their boyfriend and girlfriend, yo?
But I was wrong. He shows me around. It all seems okay. It's pretty old, but as I said, I wasn't looking for a luxury stay. The part where I would stay is on a lower level than street level. Not exactly like a basement because there is access to a garden, but I need to walk down a set of stairs outside and get into the flat through the backyard. This shows mostly when I'm in the bedroom,
This is scary.
as I see through the windows that is clearly at a lower level. Next red or rather yellow flag is when he shows me a door close to the bedroom, which is the connecting door between my part and his house. I was kind of expecting that, but thought he might need to at least cross the yard or access through the front door to get into my part of the house. He says his door stays closed and it's locked anyway. Not as a warning for me, not to try to open it, but more like, you'll notice there is the door. It's useless for you. And what's beyond it is not part of what you're renting. We chat a little bit. Too long for my taste, because I was tired and also still annoyed at his lateness, and I wasn't in the mood to socialize. He gives me his phone number because he said the Airbnb chat
Like
feature isn't that
every
good.
single person.
And that it's easier to use WhatsApp. And then he leaves.
All these people
I
are
start
so
to settle
stupid.
down, open my suitcase, and get changed before leaving to visit the family. I then go back to the place in the evening and decide to have a shower. If I remember correctly, what I'm saying next happened before I took a shower, because I remember locking the bathroom door, which I never do when I know I'm on my own, and I recall being quite anxious when taking the shower.
Oh no.
So the biggest red flag before the last drop. I'm sitting on the bed and I hear a knock and someone saying my name. 2 seconds later, before I get the chance to answer, or even understand where the noise comes from, I hear keys turning in a lock and a door opening. As you might have guessed, it's the connecting door next to the bedroom. The guy enters and says he can't find his phone and that he might have left it downstairs. I'm a bit shocked, probably because if he had come 10 minutes later, I would have probably been naked, ready to take a shower or maybe walking around in a towel, since I'm supposedly alone. I know it might sound like I'm just being a pussy, but keep in mind I'm a relatively young woman, alone in a house with a man in his 40s or 50s, who has control over when he can get into my place at any time. I stay polite and try to tell him that no, I haven't seen his phone. I would have noticed, there's literally nothing except my open suitcase on a couch in the bedroom. He still gets in, speaking a lot, and very fast while I'm sitting there, not fully realizing what's happening and not having a chance to tell him to leave. He looks around the flat and obviously doesn't find the phone. Then he says sorry and probably asks if everything is fine, if I had dinner or something like that, and then he leaves again.
So
At that
I'm
point,
out.
I'm really
Yo,
wondering
I'm
if I
out.
should stay
I'm
or
out.
not,
I'm
since
out.
I know you get refunded only if you cancel 2 nights in advance. I just thought I would lose the money for the night that has already started because it was already after 11 p.m. and the following one,
I love
knowing
you,
I had
Luffy.
booked at least 4 nights. I really needed to take a shower, but questioning if I should, I tried to see if there were available
I gotta
hotel
change my
rooms.
setup. The
But
bag.
it was already too late to book one, or they were already fully booked. I decided to take my shower real quick, wondering if
Again?
he could hear the shower and deciding that he forgot something else to get in again. Nothing bad happens. I then go back to the bedroom, get dressed as fast as I can just in case, sit down and think. I decide that I will just stay for the night, and I'll probably be less paranoid in the morning if I'm still alive. That's when I notice the chairs in the bedroom. There are 2, and one of them has ropes tied around the armrests. The chairs are in good shape, and the rope is definitely not there to keep the armrests fixed to the chair, as they are just loose. To this day, I have no idea why they were there.
Oh my god.
I still decide I should sleep there for the night, and try to use a chair to
I
block the
thought
door
this was
handle
about to
in the
be like
bedroom,
a
like in the movies.
sorry ending, bro.
But guys, this only works in the movies. I try with both chairs, trying to pile them up. Even trying to use the ropes one way or another. The handle can still go down enough to open the door easily. I think that at least if I leave them in front of the door, I'll hear if someone tries to open it. But the door opens the other way, and in any case, I didn't know what I'd do even if the noise woke me up. Again, I'm clearly paranoid and anxious, but living alone abroad, my motto is to never ever take risks for my own safety, as I'm usually the only one who can save myself, so it's better to avoid any tricky situation. Doesn't mean I never go out, but I wouldn't get drunk around people I don't trust, and I would take a cab if I feel unsafe going home on my own after midnight. I now live in a city that's rather safe, but has had too many bad encounters. Unfortunately, nothing unusual for most women, not to be careful. So from an external point of view, this is a story about someone booking an Airbnb with good reviews, with a nice and friendly landlord who is just overly open because he likes to meet people, and the ropes are just a detail. But for my anxious and paranoid self, it's the premise for a horror story or thriller, where you shout out the
is
stupid and trusting
lame.
victim to get away
I'll be honest
ASAP
with you.
before the guy comes back.
This is
So
lame.
I decided to call my brother, who came to pick me up around midnight, for me to spend the rest of my stay at his place.
So lame. Oh my gosh, I'm leaving this. I don't wanna watch anything from that. What? No way, I just popped up. So lame. Oh my.
Unfortunately, ground piece. I the chair. So the
No way, I just popped up.
visiting his cousin or friends. and
Yeah,
time flew by.
right. That's me. I'm doing one more.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability.
What?
What you might not know, perform.
Ozempic?
When my husband and I got married, we were both in good shape. But as I got older, my
This
health
Family
started
Guy.
to decline. We were only in our 50s, and
It
over the
is.
years, I would continually gain weight. I just didn't have the same motivation to go back to the gym and start dieting. This is where the divide between us
he has a
really
butt
started to
crack as a
widen.
G.
When we were both overweight and chronically exhausted, neither of us really cared if our intimacy was good or
This chair
bad.
is so comfortable.
Unfortunately, it only took a few months for my husband to get his six-pack and his libido back, while I was still the same fat, lazy piece of dead weight. I knew he wasn't enjoying himself in bed, as he would keep his eyes closed and avoid touching me with his hands. Eventually, it came to the point that my husband was fed up. He screamed at me one night that I needed to lose weight because he was sick of trying to better himself while stuck with
That-
someone who didn't care.
That's okay.
I knew in some sense that he was right, but
Yeah.
it didn't make me want to change. It just made me feel more resigned to my condition. Without me
GG's,
knowing about
that's
it,
the
my
first
husband
mistake.
scheduled me for a doctor's appointment, then drove me there by surprise, taking a dog to the vet. I was absolutely humiliated, but I went through with it. The
That's what
doctor
you
told me
get.
I was severely obese and that I also had type 2 diabetes. He prescribed me insulin and said I had to drastically change my diet. Believe me, I tried. My husband watched over me like a hawk for the first few weeks, making sure I was adhering to my weight loss diet. Unfortunately, I hated every second of it, and the moment he was gone, I would order fast food, then try to hide the evidence. It didn't take long for my husband to discover that I had been cheating on my diet. He gave
How
me
is
an
this a
ultimatum,
horror story?
and that if he caught me cheating on my diet again, he would cheat on me. I didn't believe him. It almost made me want to get caught to
He
make
is
him realize
done with
he was
the stuff.
just a
He's-
spineless liar.
He's
I made
done.
sure he saw the fast food bags in the trash can the next day, and seemingly just as I thought, for a few weeks, he didn't say or do anything. Then, one night, without a word, he didn't come home. When he returned in the morning, I accused him of cheating.
That's what she
To my
gets.
surprise, he didn't deny it at all.
That's
he
what
gave
she
me the name
gets.
of the woman and the hotel they stayed in. I was floored, but then it only got worse when instead of apologizing, my husband said he wanted a divorce. On top of that, he told me that he was going on
I hope nobody defends this woman, because he is right. He talked to her first, and she said, no, my guy, you're getting the conversation out of me. Let's talk business.
vacation to Thailand without me for a month, and that if I didn't make significant changes by the time he got back, he would go through with the divorce. That news sent me into a panic. I knew I'd be hopelessly alone if he left me, while he could go off and have any woman he wants. Desperate, I went back to the doctor and asked him if there was anything he could give me to help. That's when he recommended Ozempic. I'd heard about it before, how celebrities were taking it and how there were a bunch of bad side effects, but I felt like I didn't have a choice. Not only was my marriage failing, but so was my body. I could feel it. I knew I was going to die early if something didn't change. I was at the end of my rope. That night, I sat with myself by my bedside table, staring at the syringe, trying to get myself to go through with the first dose.
I don't know how you
just
turn
a
Ozempic
needle.
into a horror story.
You're gonna save me, right? You better. God damn it, that hurt! What's going on? What's happening to me? No! No!
I'm scared. I'm scared for the wrong reason. What will happen?
Hello, I'm back from my trip. Are you home? Holy shit! What happened to you? You wanted this. You did this to me. No, I didn't want this. Listen, I think you need to go to the hospital. Something isn't right. Nothing's ever good enough for you, is it? I'm sorry I'm not one of your lady boys. I'm sorry I'm so disgusting.
Because he went to
and you
Thailand, I get it.
can't look at me. Stop it. I'm just worried about your health. Look, I'm sorry I left you for so long, but let me help you with this. You need surgery or something. You need a doctor. You're gonna need a whole hospital when I'm done with you. This story was inspired by a horrific incident
What?
regarding a woman who said she felt like she was slowly passing away after taking Ozempic. The woman has said, "To people using Ozempic for weight loss, do what you have to do, but it is a diabetes medicine. That's originally what it was used for. I took Ozempic for type 2 diabetes. Both my parents are diabetic and they recommended I talk to my doctor about using it. My doctor prescribed me Ozempic after we discussed my options. It helps to lower your blood sugar levels, and honestly, it works amazing for that. However, there were side effects. Some of these can be mild, like nausea. Another one is weight loss because it's an appetite suppressant. Later on, I found out that it can cause pain, pancreatitis, and a lot of other nasty side effects. I was okay for the first few doses, but then I started to
Why are they
feel
trying to
sick
make this so
each time I
scary?
took
Chill.
Ozempic.
It's
Things
Ozempic,
just
man.
got worse and worse. I felt great for the first few months. My blood sugar was stable and I was losing weight easily.
Why is everybody still wasting their time trying to learn how to skip ads?
I don't know,
Just
but
download
man,
Pi and move
what's
on.
up?
This
Nah,
Chrome
I'm-
extension takes 5 seconds to set up and it blocks.
But after about 4 months, I started slowly seeing symptoms. I would feel nauseous, like I had food poisoning. The symptoms would last for days at a time, always after I had taken it. It got to the point where I would spend
Excuse
days
me.
throwing up and not able to hold anything in, feeling like I was dying from something that was supposed to help me live. Eventually, I had to admit to myself, although it
Horrible cost.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done. Yo, I'm scared for the wrong reason. I'm gonna give that an 8, okay? Better than the last ones. I'm taking a break from Friday Scary Stories because this was not what I expected, okay? We went from Airbnbs to a girl and her ex to Ozempic? Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. But you know what we are watching next? You already know. You already know.
Points per game. Aaron Gordon has been the offense so far.
Bro, I'm eating while watching this.
Desmond Bain, a great three-point shooter. He'll launch and hit. Now Gordon lost it.
I didn't get to watch this until the end, of course.
Jackson got a piece. Now John Morant with it. He's going to step back for three and hits. Look at his defense watching. Vince Williams gets an easy bucket. The alley-oop lob. And rebound to John Morant. Now Kennard. Well, nearly looked like he traveled. Aldama shoot a three, got it, and a foul. Yep, and Joker just went down
And
the
one.
floor.
That's double. That's the travel.
Lob,
That
and
was
Edey puts it
travel.
away.
Yeah.
Jackson Jr. got it. 4-13. It's a shutout in three-point shooting. Inside, lay it up and in. Player. Under to Watson. Jokic with the slinger.
Why is this so quiet?
Inside, and Pippen Jr. misses the layup. Long pass. Westbrook, alley-oop. Yeah, Peyton.
That's an end line.
He's had just 6 buckets. All of them in the paint. Gordon for three. Got it! Down to 44%. Three-point story is a sad one so far. Payne. And it's deflected. Nice play. Pickett and Watson shovel it. Watson! I think that went in. It popped right back out. Westbrook's got it. 7 seconds remaining. Westbrook on the run. Lay it up and in. Porter and Gordon. Murray, Westbrook, and Jordan. Murray with 3 to shoot. Murray over Conchar. Got it. And got a foul. You just heard from Katie Wingy.
I'm low-key eating crazy right now. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. My fault, guys. Let me lock in.
The Nuggets in the non-Nikola Jokic minutes. The alley-oop.
Okay, as much as I love the Nuggets, I feel like they're kind of being a little bit biased because they're not showing Memphis highlights.
To Jordan, and he splashes it down. So Gordon 4 for 8. The rest of the Denver starters
Desmond
are 2
Bain,
for 11.
the alligator.
Obama can't shoot. Gordon all over. Good closeout. And intercepted by Christian Brown. One man to beat. And he he shoves Morant 0 for 3
Just
shooting.
pushed him out the way. Small
Nuggets
jumper.
won't
What's up?
survive long if he doesn't score for you. Bain backs up. That's another 3. Head coach of Paris basketball a year ago. Won the Euro Cup. Then coach of the year. Jokic into the lane. And he scores it. 55 to 42. Can the Nuggets cut this lead down? Morant in the lane. He just do it. Ja advancing it to Williams. And it's taken away. Off Aldama. Give it to Christian Brown. Brown. Christian Brown's got a lane. 6 to shoot. Gordon will follow it. On the bank. Murray and Jokic. Murray's on the run. Back to Yoke. Yoke. By Edey. Bye-bye. And it's good.
Dang, that was like 100 dribbles. Man, he's too smart. John Morant. John Morant. John Morant. I don't know what you was thinking, brother.
Gordon's in the lane. And he throws it down. John. Into the lane. Throws it up. No. Everybody standing on the perimeter just stayed there. Edey now 4 assists. Open threes and another easy turnover. Just kicked it off his foot.
Christian Brown, what were you
And the
thinking?
three-point. The
What
Grizzlies
was
responding.
Christian Brown thinking?
Wide open is Gordon. And he puts it to bed. 72-65. Remember the Nuggets just 1 of 15 in that first half. 1.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Glad you're with us on altitude. Under to Brown. Brown puts it away. And Porter lost
So
it. Porter
explosive.
dives on it. Can't call timeout. Can't give it to one of our guys. There you go. Murray for 3. Yes! Murray cut off at the pass. Sidesteps his man.
Whoa!
Murray cut off at the pass.
Oh my gosh. If this was any other person,
Murray cut off at the pass. Sidesteps his man. Behind the back.
if this was any other player, y'all would be talking about it because it's not the big Jamal Murray. Ooh, my stomach is hurting.
Straight line drive. Gordon underneath. And Gordon playing like a man possessed now. Bring it into Christian Brown. Nuggets back by 5. Now Jokic is in the throw it up. Yes, and a foul. Jokic to Gordon. Give it to Brown. Oh, got it. Jokic in the lane.
He's looking at
against
Westbrook.
Aldama. Put it up. And in. 16,
Oh
11
my
and
gosh.
8 now. Jackson in on Jokic with the left hand.
He's left-handed, but boy, he's gotten nifty around the basket.
Westbrook for 3. Yes!
Pippen's open in the...
Oh yeah, bro.
Bain throw it up and in he can.
Why is Jokic on that?
Down the middle to Bain, throw it up.
What type of
and
Disney
in.
Channel shot was that?
Luke Kennard. Nuggets got out late. A good rebound by DeAndre Jordan. Nuggets hustling in the front court. Westbrook all the way. Yes, and a foul.
Nuggets clutch playoffs, right? Hold up, let me check. How are we not, bro? Oh, it's because the 7th seed isn't locked up. How? What do we have to do? We cannot lose our last game. We have to beat the Rockets. Are Warriors winning? Warriors better. If Warriors don't win, they're cooked. Oh, they are. It's do or die, baby. Everybody that has to win is winning, so that's not good for us.
Grizzlies basketball.
Holy shit,
Now Jackson going to back down. DeAndre Jordan there to help, and Edey's got them 100 to 97. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Porter with a late challenge. Too late.
Porter with the late
Jokic.
challenge. Too late.
With the hugger-mugger here. Here comes Edey down the middle to Christian Brown. Where he lays it in. There he is. And the third consecutive triple-double.
Crazy thing is, I be doing these
10th
legs.
time he's done that in his career. Morant drops it in.
Michael's just getting beat on that screen. Morant's too quick after that.
Aaron Gordon inside. 24 for him. 21 for Morant. Nuggets have it. Christian Brown going to go out to the three-point line. Into Jokic. Jokic around everybody. Score and a foul.
Participating in Denver front range of Colorado Springs Wendy's.
Jokic has it. Dump it under to Gordon. Gordon puts it away. Jokic directing. Hand off to Murray.
Let me tell you guys something. Hold up. Let me tell you guys
Jokic has
something.
it. Dump it under to Gordon. Gordon puts it
Let me tell you
away.
guys something.
Jokic directing.
Hold up. Let me tell you guys something. I've been saying Jamal Murray is the most clutch player in the league. Take my word for it. Anybody that says different can get it up with me. I'm telling you, Jamal Murray is the most clutch player in the NBA. He's proved it multiple times. A game off of injury comes, scores a clutch shot. Versus the Lakers, clutch shot. Look at this.
Hand off to Murray.
This is his first game back from like a 3-week injury.
Murray pulls
He doesn't miss.
the lead.
In the clutch, he don't miss. This is number one. I'll show you
Jokic says,
another
"Come on
one.
over and get
I'll
it."
show you one more.
Jokic in the
That's a
lane.
clutch assist. But listen, it's not over. It's not over.
Tough shot.
It's
Murray
not
on the
over.
screen. Murray, tough shot. Got it again.
When you're saying the clutch, Jamal Murray will not bust. Whoa. Yo. Oh my gosh. I'm stupid. That was a stupid moment. That was a stupid moment. My fault. That was a stupid moment. I admit. That was a stupid moment. Ooh. We lit. Most clutch player.
To go, 114, 108.
Most clutch
Get
player.
another stop. John, no good. Rebound Jokic. Westbrook's got it. It's Joker run. Give it to Joker. And he scores.
Jokic was running.
Give it to Jokic. Westbrook's got it. It's Joker run. Give it to Joker. And he scores. What do you think it is?
Let's go. What you talking about? Wait, I just clipped. Wait. I just made a clip. Like, I won't try and hide it from you guys. I just clipped myself. And I'm about to send it to me. What you talking about, brother? This life we live is not easy. Hold up. Let it finish. Nah. Hold. I'm too clutch. What you guys say about it? Too clutch. Wait. Rats have a slap fight. HOA residents concerned about funding police cameras? Sounds like a you problem, buddy. I don't know what that even means. Man, I love Jamal Murray, bro. Hold up, can it clip? Yo, can it clip? Bro, what? I really have a mustache now. That's crazy. It's just a part of growing up. And I'm telling you, once my acne goes away, it's probably over. It is probably over. That's all I have to say. Yo, why won't this load, bro? Oh my goodness, this won't. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep it here for a little bit because I haven't checked my phone in a minute. I wanna see. Jokic's triple double. No, wait. Did Rockies lose 17-2? Zero to 8. This team does nothing every year, and it's kind of disappointing. You feel me? In a real way, I'm shocked. Thank you, finally. This smile once made my world so bright. It's in a little light. I tried to hold on to you through the night and watch a feeling try. Yes, I might. No, we turn our dreams up to the sky. Touch the stars, just you and I. Now I'm stuck here wondering
Taxes.
why. Wait, did they do the weigh-in?
What's going on? 305 Miami, Florida, USA.
305? Huh?
Third. What's going on? 305 Miami,
that's Miami
Florida,
zip code, right.
USA. Third straight year with a massive pay-per-view here in Miami, and all of you are a big reason why. Thank you all for coming out to the official UFC 314 press conference. We do have limited tickets still available. You can go to the Kaseya Center box office or hop online.
Wait,
All right, who
what?
has limited tickets still available? You can go to the Kaseya Center box office or hop online. All right, who has the first question?
I'd like to kick off with Alex Volkanovski, please. Alex, you've done so much in this sport.
I'm
Yesterday
like,
you
bro,
talked about this as being the biggest fight of your career. What would it mean to you to win that title one more time?
Yeah, man, like you said, I really do think this is the biggest fight of my career. I think
It is.
winning the belt now at the timing would be the biggest part of my story. So
It would,
really looking forward to putting on a
100%,
show
because
and getting that belt back.
your recovery is insane. You lost to Islam in Elite
You have fought the best of the best in
Please
this
don't
sport.
lose,
When
Volk.
you look at him
Volk,
skill-wise,
please.
how does Diego
Volk,
match
please
up
don't
to
lose.
some of those fighters you face?
Volk, I don't think you understand how much human lives are in possession of your hands tomorrow, Volk. If you lose, I won't do nothing, okay? Because I'm a Volk fan, but not that much of a Volk fan. But you're diehard fans of Volk. They're going to be on suicide watch. I'm just telling you, bro. UFC ain't no joke. Volk, please win. You have blood in your hands, Volk. You got this. You got this. If you could take my energy. If you need some support, I don't know what I can do, but I can do something. I can pull some strings if you want. Volk, you got to win. I don't care what you do.
You know, a very aggressive, dangerous fighter. Obviously, great jiu-jitsu, power in the hands. Always looking for the finish. So you've got to respect that and be wary. But you know, I just believe I'm the best, and I'm going to prove that Saturday night.
And for you, Diego, obviously winning the title is something that every fighter wants to achieve, but what would it mean to you to beat a GOAT like Alex Volkanovski?
Diego, para vos, el título y pelear por el cinturón.
Such a nice guy. Look at Volk. I love you, Volk. I love you, bro.
La cosa que todos quieren, pero ¿qué significaría
I love
ganar
Volk, bro.
el mejor del GOAT?
I don't think anybody hates
Alex
this guy.
Volk.
For me, this is
And
something,
nobody
you know,
would hate
that
Izzy if it
I
wasn't for
know
that
the
dog
legend
stuff.
the sport. I follow your career for so long time, but now I think it's my time. You know, it's my time for take the belt.
He deserves it
Question for
too.
Bryce
He's
Mitchell.
also a good guy. This is hard.
Bryce, yesterday at Media Day, John Silver said you might have to retire this weekend due to brain damage
Bryce
you'll
Mitchell.
take in this fight. Curious if you have a response for those remarks.
I was born with brain damage, brother. I'll be all right.
What do you make of all the talk he's been doing? You know, you said yesterday that he's not treating you nice. You said he's treating you like shit. Why do you think he's saying these things? Do you think it's to gain favor with the crowd?
O que você fala de tudo que está acontecendo?
I don't
O que ele está
care what
falando?
his intentions are. My intentions are to beat the ever-living hell out of that man.
Oh, he's
And
probably
question for John
Jane
Silva.
Silva's probably making them do the barking thing.
Obviously, a
Right
great
now.
reaction for you here
There's
in
no way they're
Miami.
just barking on
You
their
know,
own.
we've done lots of talking about the talk in this fight, but skill set wise, what threats does Bryce pose to you on Saturday?
E para você, Jean, já foi falado muito. O pessoal tá falando muito. O
He
pessoal
doesn't
tá
speak
falando
English?
Tem muito. A falação tá muito grande. Mas como em termos de habilidade, a luta em si, o que você vê de ameaça no Bryce Mitchell?
Hey, Miami!
Bom, galera, tirando a parte das loucuras que ele fala aí, que eu não apoio o que ele fala nem um pouco sobre nada, mas é um excelente atleta e ele já lutou com os melhores, né? Então, inclusive com esse campeão, mas o problema é que ele realmente vai enfrentar um campeão de verdade na vida dele.
Well, folks, aside from all this the talk and everything he says, I don't agree with anything he says about anything. But he is an excellent athlete that has faced tough competition, but he is about to face the toughest competition to face.
Question for Michael Chandler. Right here. Yeah.
And Miami's wild. I can't even hear. Let's go! Speak up, brother. We got a loud crowd. Let's go.
Obviously, at Media Day, you said, Patty might be the biggest name in this division. So we haven't seen you fought down for a long time.
In
but
what division? Lightweight division? Psst, must be a joke.
Said, Patty brings the eyeballs. We also see you get that smile when you say, Scousers can't get knocked out. You want to test that. So what have you made of Patty's rise, and what are you expecting him from
The
Saturday?
best first
hey, man,
round
all
fighter.
respect to what Patty has done in this sport, man. He has earned this spot to be in this spot, but I have proven over the last couple decades that I deserve to be in this spot
What
as well.
does he has? The Galaxy. What is this?
Right here in Miami, Florida, UFC 314. I'm coming to steal the show. This is the people's main event, and I can't wait to do it. Let's go. I'm going to find that chin, and I'm going to find that chin early.
Similar question for Patty.
Well, lad.
At Media Day, you
Well,
said,
lad, I
Trump-
don't think you're going to find the chin. You're just a stupid lad, fam. You're not going to find my chin. You're not going to find my chin,
Sounds like
lad.
the
You
blueprint
must
now
be
to beat
stupid,
Michael
goozer.
Chandler.
You
And
must
you
be a
said-
goozer. You're not going to find my chin, fam. I don't know how his accent is. I forgot.
There's a bigger chance of you knocking
You stupid lad. You're not about to find my chin like a choke look. I don't know
Michael
what he
Chandler
says.
out than him knocking you out. So
This
what did
man
you
is
see in that
stupid,
fight that
lad.
leads you to that assessment?
This man.
Obviously,
This man is stupid, lad. This is how Patty Pibble talks. This man is stupid, lad. I mean, he's going to lose. I don't know what to say. He's just a goozer. I'm going to win and I'm going to knock him out. That's all I have to say. And that's how he talks. I just did that perfectly. Hold on. That's perfectly.
obviously we game plan for fights, know what I mean? You watch a lot of tape on your opponent and you study it,
On your
and that's what my
opponent.
coaches do, and that's why we get so many wins. There's a lot of tape that we've studied over his UFC career, and I've got so many different ways that I can win this fight. You know, everyone thinks that I'm going to get knocked out because I leave me chin high, but I told you, this chin's made of granite, lad. I'm not getting knocked out. I've never been knocked out before, but Mike has, and I'll do it again tomorrow, or Saturday.
One last one for both Patty and Mike. Patty, I'll start with you because I have to ask. Conor McGregor tweeted today that he has his eyes on your fight against Mike. I'm curious, did you see that? And what do you make of Conor kind of circling this fight, maybe as a future opponent?
Look at Michael
Yeah, I've
Chandler.
seen
He's
it,
pissed.
obviously, you know what I mean? I got sent it by a good few people. You know, I'd welcome that fight. That's where the money's at. But I can't look past Michael. Got to fight Michael on Saturday night and get the win here. That's all that matters.
Same question for Michael. I know we've asked you about Conor for the better part of 2 years, but you know he's tweeted that he's watching this fight. Do you view that as just Conor's kind of throwing it out there, or do you actually believe he's watching this?
Conor, just
No,
fight.
I'm sure he's watching. He watches, and he is very interested in coming back. But can he put together a training camp? That's the real question. We don't know. All I know is you can see by my actions. Fighting Charles Oliveira in November, and now fighting 5 months later, Paddy Pimblett, putting my ranking on the line, going out to brave the unknown. I'm going to stay active. The first 26 months in the organizations, I weighed in 6 times, fought 5 times, fight of the night, fight of the year, debut of the year, knockout of the year. All I do is put on great fights, and I do it for you guys. And on Saturday night, we're going to do it again.
W. Michael
I don't
Chandler.
really care what Conor tweets. If he comes back, we got to finish the Ultimate Fighter 31, and he's going to be impressed by my performance on Saturday night.
Question for Jair Rodriguez. Jair, you mentioned at Media Day how you're a different fighter now. How much more confident are you that you can make a successful run to the belt this time around?
Well, man, what I can say. I'm ready for Saturday, and after that, I'm ready for whomever got the belt after Saturday. And I don't have much to say. I'm not a big trash talker or anything like that. I'm just going to prove with my act what I'm capable of doing. I'm doing that on Saturday.
And Patricio Pitbull has had tons of success outside of the UFC, but from what you've seen, do you feel like he's UFC caliber? Do you feel like he's ready for UFC competition?
Man, the guy has proven himself for many years in one of the biggest competitions on earth as well as Bellator. You know, not only holding 1 title, but 2 titles in 2 different weight classes, you know. And I think he's ready for this caliber, you know. So let's see on Saturday if he's able for this caliber.
And for Patricio, fans have been clamoring for you to be in the UFC for years. You're finally here. What can you promise these people, and what are they in store for now that you're in the UFC?
Pitbull, estão chamando você, os fãs estão implorando para você vir para a organização há muito tempo. E o que eles podem esperar no sábado na tua estreia no UFC?
First of all, thank you, Yair, for the kind words. Appreciate that. I have a long thing to say. I am the best featherweight on the planet, and I'm gonna prove that.
And Patricio, one more. You are obviously a very decorated 2-division champion in Bellator. The UFC
I'm eating like
title is
crazy.
right there, just a few feet away from you. You look at that belt. What does that belt mean to you, and how close do you think you are from getting that belt?
E mais uma pergunta para você, Patrício. Você é um cara muito condecorado no Bellator, são 2 títulos, 13 defesas, e você está olhando para esse título aqui dos penas. Esse é um objetivo de vida que você está olhando. O que você pensa quando você olha para esse título?
I was looking to the
I can't stop eating, bro.
My mind and my heart, I know that that will be mine. Take my words.
Oh, yeah, I'm gone.
Go ahead.
For Nikita Krylov up here, brother. Nikita. Dominic Reyes has said recently, he said he loves this division because most of the guys in the division are down, meaning that they're willing to meet in the center of the octagon, throw caution to the wind, and see who's left standing after.
They have to go
Sometimes
through
we
the
see
whole
guys
roster
with
to get to
extended
him.
layoffs. They take a round to...
What's up, Luke? Come on.
Dad, this house is gorgeous.
You can make anything look good with just pictures nowadays, honey.
They're not just pictures.
Bryce Mitchell, cara, eu não quero fazer você dormir mal.
Bryce Mitchell,
como
why
você
is
já
he
tá
named
sonhando
that?
comigo.
Bryce
Tenta
Mitchell.
me esquecer por uma noite.
Listen, Bryce, I want you to sleep well. I don't want you to lose sleep over this. I know you've been dreaming about me already. So can you just, hey, try to sleep well tonight, brother.
Ei, peraí. Bryce Mitchell, eu respeito a sua carreira, o atleta que você é. Eu sei que você tá me olhando aqui, eu tô te vendo também. Mas, meu irmão, tá vendo essa TV na sua frente? Olha bem pro meu olho. Eu vou te nocautear.
Yo, Bryce, I respect you as an athlete, and I know you're looking at me through that TV. Just look through those eyes. Look in my eyes. I'm gonna knock you out, brother.
Diego Lopes. Diego.
We'll see who stands victorious.
Diego, a gente já falou muito, você já respondeu sobre o fato de que existem algumas críticas sobre você representar o México e o Brasil ao mesmo tempo. Ontem o Yair tocou nesse tema também. Não sei eu gostaria de saber como você recebeu isso, mas também eu lembrei de uma entrevista sua no passado que você mencionou que não só Brasil e México, mas queria que
I'm messed up right now. I know it's my cheat day, but I feel so horrible right now. I feel so horrible right now.
todos os fãs da América Latina te representassem. Por que você acha que você é capaz de conseguir o apoio de todos?
Hey, Diego, there's been some criticism from some people about the fact that you represent not only Brazil, but Mexico at the same time. Yesterday, a year during a press conference and media day, he said he didn't appreciate that much. And I just want to know from you, because one thing you said, I don't only, in a previous interview, I don't only represent Brazil or Mexico, but I represent all of Latin America. What do you think about that?
Why are they booing?
Eu acho que é fácil, né? A galera pode
No
falar
booing Diego Lopez, buddy. Y'all need to have some respect.
That's my pick for fight of the night.
The safest bet in the UFC right here.
Anyone else out there care to be
Yeah,
so
Michael
bold that
Chandler
you're
is
gonna
definitely
deliver that
fire
to the
than that.
fans?
He always finds a way.
Parecen esas expresiones. Culón.
Oh.
¿Culón?
Oh.
Dímelo. Culón.
Yo,
Eres
what's-
culón, ¿sabes por qué eres
Oh.
culón? No le pegaron a Diego entre tú y tu equipo.
To my face,
no le pegaron a Diego entre, no le pegaron a Marco entre tú y tu equipo. Escucha. Le pegaron a Marco entre tú y tu equipo, ¿sí o no? Esperando el
We
momento.
look at Volk. I love Volk, bro. I love Volk.
Dímelo. Culón.
Yo,
Eres
what's-
culón, ¿sabes por qué eres
Oh.
culón? No le pegaron a Diego entre tú y tu equipo.
to my face,
No le pegaron a Diego entre, no le pegaron a Marco entre tú y tu equipo. Escucha. Le pegaron a Marco entre tú y tu equipo, ¿sí o no? Esperando el momento correcto estaba para decirte esto en tu pinche cara, loco.
Oh, we were
Tú me
waiting
la vas
for
a pagar a mí por Marcos, güey.
And you guys-
Y si me esperas la
I
verga,
love
güey.
Volk, bro.
Is that what you want to fight me?
Toca
What's
Yagi
going
de mi
on?
equipo. Toca Yagi de mi equipo y confesarás na consequência como confessou ele.
Yo,
talk about my-
he would. That's Yair Rodriguez, right? Excuse me. He would
My
lose.
team, man. Don't talk about my team. Don't talk about my team.
This is for Bryce. Bryce, after the fight, would you be open to saying a prayer with Mr. Silva?
I'm always open to saying a prayer with
Tu
anybody.
ameaçaste na chica e não vai pagar.
Estás pendejo, güey.
Listen.
Mi equipo no
No,
olvida.
estás
Toca Yagi de
pendejo.
mi equipo
Al pendejo que estás sentado enfrente de mí, que no sabe ni lo que habla ese güey, le dije.
Todo mundo
Que
não
si
sabe.
no, pregúntale a tu
Todo mundo
amiga.
sabe. Mi equipo está aqui e
Qué
eles
bueno,
não sabem.
pues qué
Eles
bueno,
não
qué
sabem.
bueno que están aquí.
My
porque
team
también
is here.
ellos
They know what you
sientan.
did. My team is
Cuidado
here.
com
They know
o
what
que
you
diz,
did.
né? Muito cuidado, muito cuidado. Não se
Mucho
olvida
cuidado
quando
tú.
ameaçaste a mi
Mucho
companheira de
cuidado
equipo.
Watch out, bro. Watch
I
out.
love Volk.
Quando escucha, uma mulher não se ameaça.
Volk loses out
with the
fire.
threat.
Quando
Marque las-
escucha isso.
tuerza las palabras, no tuerza las palabras.
É mezcla las
Y
palabras.
tampoco
I
se
love
le
Diego
pegan entre
Lopez,
10 a
too.
una
São hechos
persona.
reales, são hechos
Tampoco se le
reales.
pegan entre 10 a una persona.
Stop with the threats,
Tú
bro.
lo
It's
hiciste
gonna
con
be
tu
real.
equipo, Marcos.
Who's got the next question?
Just
Go
over
ahead.
here, John. Now, John Bernard from KO Sports. Michael Chandler.
What? From what? Why do they always do this the last 10 minutes of my stream? I'm literally watching a UFC press conference, my guy.
This week, Paddy Pimblett's come out and called you a cheater and a dirty fighter, saying he might speak to the ref before the fight. Michael Chandler, this week, Paddy Pimblett's come out and called you a cheater and a dirty fighter, saying he might speak to the ref before the fight. Do you take that personally, and what do you have to say to that?
Absolutely not, man. Hey, listen, I've gone out and I fight. It's no big deal. We're going to go out there, we're going to fight. The referee is going to referee the fight. It's all good.
He's also said
Like,
that
how can you
can't
how
knock
can you
out a
hate Michael
Scouser.
Chandler or Alexander
What makes you so
Volkanovski, bro?
confident that you're going to be the first to knock out a Scouser?
Hey, man, he hasn't been knocked out yet, but he's also not been knocked out by these Jefferson County Javelins.
the son of Mike Chandler Sr., a union carpenter for all those years. When I hit people, they go to sleep. I don't need a jingle to try to sell myself. You know who has jingles? Second-rate car insurance salesmen, ambulance chasers, and fast food. I'm the real deal, and the real deal don't need a jingle.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Last question for Volk. Let's close out the show, brother. Let's make some noise for the Volk. Let's go. Let's go. Volk, you feel the love in this building. You've got love all around the world, back home, Australia, New Zealand, right behind you. What's your final message to everyone back home that's going to tune in and buy this fight?
I just want to say, mate, I've been feeling the love so much the past year, even before that. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'm bringing that fucking belt back to Australia. It's coming with me, baby. Let's go!
Miami, thanks for bringing the energy. We will have another press conference tomorrow for UFC 316. For now, we're going to call on Mick Maynard, clear the stage, and stare down the athletes. Thank y'all for coming out.
Uh-oh. Look, he was waiting for him.
Miami, thanks for down the athletes. Thank y'all for coming out.
All right, I left. Bro, just leave me alone. I left. Oh my gosh. Y'all piss me off. You fight. I have a lean gut right now. I actually have a lean gut right now. I ate so much today, I won't even be able to eat tomorrow. Oh, man. YouTube pisses me off, bro. Like, can y'all put my stream back up, please? Oh my, I'm back. YouTube, like, what did I do? What did I do? Like, generally, what did I do? I'm just chilling, having a good time, bro. I'm watching YouTube. I can't watch YouTube while streaming on YouTube. Good talk. Good talk.
Floyd Mayweather used to have crazy workouts and he would crack open a Pepsi. And people are like, what the f*** is he doing? He's crazy. But no, he's not. He's smart. And you would think there's no way this guy, he treats his body like a temple. But he does. He's smart. That guy did it the right way. Never drank, never partied, would run home from the club at 2. If boxing is hit and don't get hit, who's better than Floyd? How many people cracked him in his career? Shane cracked him. Maidana knocked his tooth out and then would carry it around on a gold necklace. You can see it in the fight. It flies out of his mouth. And one of the cornermen saw it and grabbed it. That's a souvenir. Second fight. Floyd Mayweather used to have crazy workouts and he would crack open a Pepsi. And people are like, what the f*** is he doing? He's crazy. But no, he's not. He's smart. And you would think.
I was all about Francis in the beginning, and then I found out who Francis was. Francis isn't a good guy.
What did I just get my stream suspended for again? I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna break it. Stop suspending my stream, bro. What's wrong with you guys?
What the f did you find?
What am I doing, bro?
How many times did just you and Michael have dinner in Chicago? Chicago has a lot of great.
That's what you said.
Scotty, stop it. Scotty, stop it. You and Michael never had dinner together one-on-one? How many times did just you and Michael have dinner?
It's team dinners.
Play whatever you want to play.
All right. Bone broth is often.
Hold up, no, go back to that. I'll catch y'all. I don't even want to stream OT today. Like I'm just done. Like I'm just out of here. I'll catch y'all. God bless. Let me stream in the chat. We back another day. Feel me? It's insane. This is insane, bro. This is insane, bro.